Family Friends, Episode 1, Take 1.
Hi, hello, and welcome. If you're listening to this and or watching this, or both. If you're doing both, that's a good way of taking this in. But if you're listening or watching, then I feel the need to tell you that you're listening and or watching to the first episode of a brand spanking new podcast called Family Friends. And we're really excited to have you. My name is Rooster Monahan, and along with my co-host Tina Valamis and our wonderful producer Lexi Leach, we hope to bring you something that's just fun. That's just fun, that you can listen to, while you're doing the thing that you need to be doing, because this is not something you need to be doing. But if you can listen to this while you're doing the other thing, if that's, ironing. Do people iron? People iron. or taking a shit. If you're taking a shit and you're listening to this, go ahead and raise your hand. That we would never know if you did. But the thing you actually need to do, have this on in the background. Watch and or listen to this in the background. We're just trying to give you a fun little hour of friends hanging out. But before I get into what we want the show to be and who we are, let me first talk about who we are and then what we want the show to be. I think first off, let me tell you, my name is Rooster Monahan. I'm a comedian here in New York City. I do the things you might think a comedian in New York City might do, except cocaine. I don't really do cocaine like that. And by that I mean I don't do cocaine. And also I meal prep. I think that sets me apart from other comics. Is Sunday nights I put rice in a Tupperware. And do I eat that rice? Who knows? But I think those are the things that I do that make me different as a comedian. And my best friend in the whole world, Tina Valamis, she's also a comedian here in New York, and she does all the things you might think a comedian might do. I don't know if she meal preps, but I'll have to ask her. But we, on top of being comedians in New York City, are also best friends from birth. And some of you who know us, you might be thinking to yourself, and by the way, if you're listening to this, you know us. I mean, this is the first episode of a podcast. If you're listening to this, you're someone who knows the people who do the podcast. But if you might be thinking to yourself, Rooster, aren't you 2 years older than Tina? Yeah, I am. So I guess best friends from Tina's birth. You got me there, I guess. But if you think I wasn't walking around for 2 years going, is this everyone? Is this it? Is this the whole party? You know what I mean? Then you're nuts. I was waiting around for Tina, and when she came along, boom, it was off to the races. I mean, Tina and I, we're tight. I mean, we're close. We're really, really best friends since we were kids. I mean, we're thicker than Skippy. We're tighter than a swim cap on a baldy. I mean, we are tight. We're tight buds. And so some of you might be thinking, well, how are you friends from birth? Are you cousins? No. Are you neighbors? We're not. Are you siblings? Not even. How we know each other is our moms are best friends from childhood. Our moms grew up in the same parish, which is a Catholic word for neighborhood, in Jersey City, and they were together. They've been together their whole lives since they were kids, through high school, college, first job, career, marriage, kids, and when they had those kids, somehow Tina and I kind of kept that tradition alive of being family friends and keeping that kind of sacred. I mean, we call each other every night. We hang out all the time, and we have since we were kids. And anybody who knows us, when we get to hang out, it is special. It's sort of electric. People have told us. I'm not saying that about us. I mean, this is like other people when we go out to brunch or lunch or dunch or whatever. They're going, you guys should start a podcast. People started saying you should start a podcast, and we were always like, no, that's silly. Why would we? What are we? Everyone else? You know what I mean? So we were not into it, and then we started getting excited about the idea. We thought, you know what? Maybe I think it's a good idea. I think it would be fun, and yeah, we have a blast, and why not let people into that? And so we bought a camera, we bought mics, we bought an audio interface, whatever the hell that is. And we have Lexi Leach, our producer here, who's a very funny improviser and comedy producer in her own right. And we brought her in, and we're doing it. Today is the first day that we're recording our first podcast, which is why I'm a little pissed. because I'm coming up here on the train to come record the first podcast, and I get a text from Tina, and it basically just says I'm not gonna make it, and I'm kind of like not gonna make it. What do you mean? And she's like, well, just something came up. I still don't know what it is. I still don't know what but I was like, okay, well, I guess let's reschedule then, And she goes, no, do it. Do it without me. I go, do it without you. That's the whole point, is that it's the two of us. That's the whole thing, is that it's the two of us, two New York comedians shooting the shit, hanging out, ripping the headlines and pop culture moments, and you're getting our hot takes. And she's like, no, you can do it without me. I can't. And she was like, well, you know what you should do? You should interview my family friend who's staying with me for the week. You should interview her because she's fun and spunky, and she'll give you a good time. I'm like, I don't want that. I mean, whatever. I don't want that to be this. I don't want this to be that. I don't think this should be an interview show. I think it should be the other thing, but whatever. I'm already here, so today, literally just today, just for the first episode, this will not happen again. For one time only. This is Family Friends. My name is Rooster Monahan, and today I'm going to be interviewing Tina's family friend, Tonya Smallwood. Tonya?
Hey, Rooster! It's so good to see you.
Yeah,
I haven't seen you in forever.
I know, it's been a minute. And remind me, and I remember you, but remind me again where we met.
I feel like you don't remember me, but it's okay.
I do.
But it's okay. It was when we overlapped at one of Tina's birthday parties.
Yes,
great. It was one of her birthday parties.
Great. And I remember it.
Yeah, it was.
Which one was it again? Which was the?
Her 21st.
Uh-oh.
That's why you don't remember.
Maybe
that's why you don't remember.
No, I remember.
But I brought like homemade scorpion bowls to the bar. Like I brought huge bowls to the bar, and they were like, "You can't bring your own bowls and pour a bunch of drinks in them." And I'm I'm freaking doing it, bitch.
Can I flag myself as a loser and just say, "What's a scorpion bowl?"
Oh, it's when you have a huge bowl and there's a bunch of alcohol in it,
cool.
So people could drink it from different straws at once.
That's awesome and terrible at the same time.
Yeah.
That's really
good.
Awful.
Yeah.
And did we do it? I can't remember anything about that.
You didn't. You were kind of quiet.
Is that right? Where was I hanging out at the bar?
I think you were sitting on a chair.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, just kind of. I think you were going through something really bad.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was though.
21st.
I don't remember what it was. You were going through something pretty bad.
Uh-oh.
Who knows?
I can't remember. Well, I can't remember at all.
Oh
Maybe
my god,
that's why
it's the
I can't
Blink-182 song. Nobody likes you when you're 23.
Oh. Was that how you felt at the time?
No, I felt great. I was 21 too.
Okay.
I'm saying great as Tina, but when you were 23, it looked like no one I'm sorry. It's just I only saw you one day. I only saw you one day, but it seemed like kind of what you were going through was like no one likes me, and I had the scorpion bowl, and I was like, do you want to add it in the straw? And you were like, that seems like a bad idea. I don't want to drink the same straw as everyone. I just had a sinus infection, and I was like, okay, well, if you're on antibiotics, you're good. Like, you're not contagious.
Right.
But you were just kind of like, I felt like you kind of had a cloud over you.
We had a full conversation about my medical health, and I remember you, but I guess I just was in a weird headspace. So.
Well, I'm super good with names and faces.
Are you
so
really?
Don't feel bad.
Okay, cool. Amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How did you get so good with names, faces? Did you have a system?
Yeah. It's when I see someone, I try to remember something about them. For you, your thing was that it seemed like you were really going through something bad.
In a bad way. Yeah.
So I remembered. I was like Rooster, Rueful, Regret, and that's how I remember.
I can't believe that. That's a really interesting.
Yeah.
So all right, that's interesting. So you just met Lexi today. What would your way of?
So Lexi, light of my life.
Light of your life.
Yeah. Well, she was super
you just
nice.
Met her.
Yeah. Well. Sometimes it just works that way.
Okay.
Sometimes it just works that way.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying not to feel jealous that you just met Lexi. She's the light of your life.
And that yours
on a
was
fun night at a bar,
regret.
I was sad and bad. And regret.
Well, you were sad and bad, but you were also fun.
Okay, I'll take that.
You did
and
a
by
trick.
the way, this doesn't have to be,
No. You did a trick.
Fun.
No, I'm not trying to make you feel
I
better,
did a
but
trick?
you did a trick.
What kind of trick? Like a bar trick?
No, it was a riddle.
No way.
You gave me a riddle.
Did I?
And I solved it. Yeah. It was like.
Person's name was Friday.
Oh no! It was
Doctor's his mom.
The Doctor's his mom.
It was that one.
And I never heard that one.
It's a classic. You haven't heard the Doctor's his mom?
Not till that night. No.
Okay.
But yeah, so I remember you did a trick.
That's great.
And
that's great.
that's something.
What do you do, Tonya? I mean,
oh my
you're
gosh,
here visiting New York City.
Well, yeah, I have to visit for work.
For work, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm a realtor.
Oh wow, Oh wow,
so,
amazing.
So I had to come up here and show an apartment, and then I was like, well, Tina, let's make a night of it. Let's go out to dinner. And, me and Tina and Tonya, when we get together,
right.
It's like, it's not going to be a casual dinner.
No,
never
it's
going to be a casual dinner. So
serious.
then I was staying here, and I was going to get up and, get started on my day.
Mm-hmm.
But she kind of let me sleep in here while she went and did what
sweetheart.
she had to do.
Yeah.
And she was like, actually, my family friend Rooster is going to come if you want to do a podcast with him. And I was like, I would never say no.
Honestly, this is annoying. I mean, I love Tina.
No, me too, but we got to talk about how she is.
I mean, to flake on today, and to also, because I didn't know that detail about that she would say, I'm leaving, you do the podcast in that moment. I thought it was more urgent and, I guess but she talked to you previously and was like, I'm out on this.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy to me.
I don't want to throw her under the bus, but it seemed premeditated. It seemed like she was like, I'm going to pawn this off on Tonya.
That's so wild to me. Because we had talked about doing this for a long time, but it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I love her, but we have to be honest and say how she is. Tina, I'm sorry if you're watching this. Grow up, girl.
I'm not even sure she's going to watch or listen
or
care.
No, definitely not.
Knows,
she doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get over it. Obviously.
Oh, we always get over it.
Tina's great. We always get over our shit, but I'm a little pissed. I'm a little miffed. I'm a little, whatever. Pissed,
Rooster.
miffed, ticked. Yeah.
Rueful, regretful, raging.
Oh.
Now I have a new thing to remember.
I don't like that.
I'll remember this time I saw you, you were mad. You were raging.
I don't like the way I'm perceived by you, and I honestly don't think I agree with it, but it's fine.
You don't have to. It's just the way I remember names.
Okay. No, yeah, it's smart.
Normally, I don't tell people what their thing is.
I really.
But I'm a realtor. I meet so many people.
That's true.
I have to have a little system, a little game.
So tell me this: what was the apartment you were showing, and who were you showing it to? Was it last night or tonight or today?
It was like yesterday afternoon. So then I,
okay.
Did dinner with Tina and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So last night I was showing like a 1-bedroom, super cute, around this area, and the couple, I was like, oh, the woman's name was Olivia, and the way I remember that is I looked at her husband and I was like, oh, his name was Craig, and I was like, Craig C. Crusty. He was crusty.
Okay.
He had a sort of a crust to him.
And
kind of. So for Olivia, I was like, oh, out of his league. So that's how I remember them together. Would I ever tell them that? No, I wouldn't.
Right.
But it's just, I need to know, because they need to know that I'm a realtor they can trust.
Right. Can I ask you this? When hi, I'm Craig. Hi, I'm Olivia. And you go, hi, I'm Tonya. Is there a moment where you're shaking hands and there's dead quiet where you're in your head doing Craig, Krusty, Olivia? I was like, is there an awkward silence where you're doing the system?
So there is a little bit of an awkward silence. So to curb that, I make sure I'm doing a lot with my eyes.
Oh God.
So when we're shaking hands, I'm like, and then I just say like, sorry, I think something happened to me.
And that works?
Yeah.
They go, oh, no problem.
Something happens to everyone.
It's fine because they're looking for a place to live. You can do whatever you want. That's what realtors, landlords in this city, you can do whatever you want.
It's
you can do
New York
crazy shit with your eyes,
city.
your hands, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They're interested in living in a place with a roof.
Yeah, and I give them good stuff.
Like what? Candy?
No. I mean good apartments.
Oh, okay.
I don't give candy because I never want to be caught up in the razor blade thing.
Yeah, that was the whole thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it's like the whole thing of like, oh, be careful the candy people have. There's razor blades in it.
Right.
I'm like, well, how do I know the candy I'm buying doesn't already have the razor blades in it? I'd rather not chance it.
Yeah, I would say you would probably know that because it's sealed.
Yeah, I do coffee and tea when they come in, and I have like a mesh sort of colander, and I check every time that there's no razor blades.
Really? And do you let them know this is razor blade free?
Of course not. I wouldn't flag it because then they'd be like, now I feel like there's razor blades in her.
Yeah.
That's what they would say.
Right. But you don't flag it. You just let it go. You let it ride.
No.
That's smart.
I shoulder that burden myself.
Coffee and tea, and walk me through it. I'm a prospective. What would you call it? Liver? I'm a prospective tenant.
Yeah.
Of a place. And I'm walking in, and let's set some settings. So, let's say that I'm a let's say I work in. Normally, what do your clients tend to work in?
They tend to work in healthcare.
Okay, so I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
General. I'll be a general practitioner.
Are you anywhere close to that?
Not at all.
I feel like we shouldn't pretend that then, because you might feel dissatisfied with your life later.
Oh, that's gonna happen anyway. Remember me at the bar?
Then in that case, that's fine. I remember the night at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, just do your thing.
Regretful either way.
Just live in. Then I guess
According to
just
your
live in
system.
this fantasy for a few minutes. Live in this fantasy where you're a doctor.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. So
I'm
let's
a
say you're a doctor.
And
for now.
Let's say of course, for now. I'm nowhere near a doctor. Although I did when I was a kid, when I was in high school, I took an anatomy class, and they showed a brain surgery. They took us to a live stream of a brain surgery, and I thought I was gonna pass out and throw up the whole time. Mm-hmm. And then it came up, the live stream, and I was enthralled by this brain surgery. It was crazy.
Wow, so that makes you pretty close to being a doctor.
Yeah, I one time enjoyed the idea of.
I love how you said they took you to a live stream.
Yeah, it was in a different high school's auditorium. And,
that's awesome.
And we bussed there, and we all sat down, and I was sweating the whole time because I thought I was gonna vomit, and then it came up.
It switched to you saw it. Did any part of you think I could do it?
No.
Okay.
No, I knew I was too. What's the word? Dumb.
Okay.
To be a surgeon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a realtor. I'm not a doctor. I couldn't do it.
Oh yeah, no, it's hard. It's really hard.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'll try and be in that headspace for this moment.
So think if you have a really hard job, like an actually hard job.
Yeah.
Not like a hard job because no one wants it.
Yeah.
In the world, like an actor or a comedian. Like a hard job because the work itself is difficult.
Yes. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm there.
Okay.
So I'm a doctor. I'm a general practitioner, and let's say am I single? Am I married? Am I a girlfriend moving in with someone, or what do you?
Let's say because we're already in this fantasy. Let's say you're married.
That's funny.
Let's say things worked out.
Great.
Because I remember you have a lot of bad luck.
Yeah, it's not.
I remember that. Tina told me.
Yeah, it's a lot.
She told me about that. Someone hit you with their car a bit.
A bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone kind of love tapped me. Wasn't exactly.
Things ended bad,
lovely.
And you got sort of a tap from a car.
It was a Tiger Woods situation.
Okay, so we'll just pretend you're married. Things worked out with somebody.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So, okay. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Tonya, Miss Smallwood. Thank you so much for showing us the apartment. Me and my wife. Sorry, what's going on with your face and eyes?
Something happened. I would love to show you guys some bedrooms.
Okay.
See, I just keep it moving.
Right.
Yep.
Would those be the bed? When you say, I'd love to show you guys some bedrooms. Me, as the doctor, I'm going, are those bedrooms in this apartment? Or are they sort of stray bedrooms?
Ooh, okay.
That's what I'm...
See, I've never gotten that feedback, but all feedback is valuable to me. So
I feel that way too.
I will switch up. Okay, let's do it again.
Okay.
Because I never thought of that. And just so you know, I'm not precious about my routine. I always want feedback. I always want to know if I can make it better.
Great.
So we'll do it again.
Hi, my name is William, and I am a doctor. Here's my lovely wife, Leslie, and we would love to view this apartment. Thank you so much for making time and space for us.
Awesome. I think something just happened to me.
Yeah.
I would love to take you guys to see an apartment. It's right here, and everything in the apartment's right here, and you'll see it right now.
Okay. I'm gonna, for the sake of the exercise, believe you. I have no problems with what you just said. We are inside the apartment now. Now what?
Okay. You're in the apartment. You're in the apartment?
Yeah.
Okay. So ask a question.
What do people usually... What's the electric like?
What is electric like? Nobody really knows. Could range from 100 to 200.
Oh, it could range from 100 to 200 usually in this apartment. In this area range.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
What's the kitchen like? Is there a dishwasher? Is there a that's the thing about, I'm a doctor. I care about keeping my shit clean. So
don't I know it, Doc?
Right.
Don't I know it? So there's one dishwasher or 3 dishwashers if you and your wife ever feel like putting, some elbow grease in.
Sorry, say that again. There's 3 dishwashers?
Yes, there's 3 if you and your wife wash dishes as well. That's just a joke I sort of
do I get
to loosen them up. And then I like it because the couples kind of start razzing each other like, this one would never.
Doesn't.
But then they're laughing in the kitchen, and I notice oftentimes the man starts standing behind the wife, like kind of has hands on hips, and they're kind of looking at the kitchen like, we could make a life here.
Wow. That happens
just
often?
like that, because they're laughing and then the hug isn't far off.
Oh, wow.
They kind of do a Titanic hug.
You're sort of a sociologist in some ways.
Yes, kind of. I mean, you have to know people. Realty is the study of people.
Is it?
Maybe. I don't really know.
The Latin for realtors.
Sounded like something good to say into a microphone, but I don't really know that it's that. But, people want to feel comfortable where they're living.
Of course. Yeah, no.
Of course.
That's great. I like the dishwasher joke. I think it's funny. It just took me a second.
It's not that it has to be so funny.
Right.
It's just that it has to kind of get them into
a vibe.
laying into each other, laughing.
Yeah. You're really trying to bring them physically close together.
Always.
That's what it seems like.
Sometimes I trick them to try to make that happen.
Okay.
Like I'll be like, hey, look over there, and then they turn around. I trip them into their spouse or partner, so then they have to do a catch, and then it's basically like a dip. It's basically like they're dancing.
You're sort of.
And then they think we can make a life here.
Yeah, you're sort of creating the environment of a rom-com.
Kinda. Yeah. Kinda.
You're the rom-com realtor.
Yeah, well, I'm not above. It's a cheap move, and not everyone likes it in realty. But I'll spread rose petals anywhere. I don't give a fuck.
That's so crazy that you start by going, everything in this apartment is here, and then you open the door and there's rose petals everywhere, and everybody walks through and they go, where are the dishwashers? And you go, there's 3 if you want to put in some elbow grease, and then they immediately start making out. That's your ideal.
Yeah,
showing.
But then I trip them, and that's part of it too.
Okay.
Is that then that kind of makes them dance. And then I do the rose petal, and that's good. But I actually have to tell you, I am kind of doing side hustle.
Oh, really?
Like, I have my realty, but I do stuff online. So I was excited when Tina asked if I'd be on the podcast today because they do have a sponsor.
You have a sponsor?
I have a sponsor, yeah. And I would love, you seem like you're better at all this stuff. I would love if you would read for this business. Just a little copy. It's just a little copy.
Oh.
And feel free to make it your own.
This is cool, actually.
And
I think
kind of add whatever you need.
Okay, I think this would be good, actually.
Yeah.
I think, advertisers are great. I don't know what this is, but this is what is this?
This is the sorority sisters of mine business.
Okay.
She's launching it.
This is a sorority sister. Okay, so Tonya Smallwood, sorority sister. This is an advertisement for mugs that you can drink from while you are laying down flat. It has a mouthpiece to sip from, but it is not a sippy cup. The mouthpiece is easy and comforting to drink from, like a nipple, but it is not nipple-shaped. It is athlete-quenching adventure mode. What is this word? Snapped?
Oh, shaped.
So let me take that again, sorry.
Yeah.
It is not nipple-shaped. It is athlete-quenching adventure mode shaped. And that would be the opposite of nipple.
Yeah.
Grantee cup? What is this? Gravity cup. Available at every available store. Let me do that one more time. Gravity cup. Available at every available store. That's great.
Thank you so much, Booster. She's gonna love that. She's gonna love that.
That's awesome.
You killed it. Honestly, you killed it.
Is this a new business for her? Or thank you. You got so excited when I
I not really good at all this stuff. So thank you. You killed it.
I think you're great. You're great at selling stuff.
I want to use you for something.
Weird to say it in that way. But
No, a commercial.
Okay, sure. I've done some commercial
I'd
gigs.
love to hire you.
Okay. I can't believe I'm getting a gig out of this. This is crazy.
Yeah, I think so.
You're thinking of for what, though?
I don't know. I would say my realty business, but I don't really know that I need a commercial for that because I'm already I have crazy business. If I did a commercial, I'd be way over my head.
Yeah.
Way over my head.
Right.
But maybe, I don't know. Would you ever do an indie movie?
Oh, God. Are you pitching me an indie movie you've written?
No, a friend of mine.
Oh. Is this the same friend of Gravity Cup?
No, this is a different sorority sister.
Okay. What was the name of your sorority that you were in?
Chapa.
Chepa?
Yeah.
That's a fun name. I've never heard
that.
that.
Yeah, it's Chapa. It's a small sorority.
Okay.
They're small but mighty.
That's the Chepa headline?
Yeah.
Chepa. Small but mighty.
Small but mighty. And so this is a different sorority sister, and she's gone through a lot of bad in her life. So actually, you'd be perfect because you kind of get it.
I think you. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know. You have a darkness to you.
That's crazy to say.
But she's gone through a lot bad in her life, which is why you came in my head.
Yeah.
But she wants to do an indie sort of about a breakup she had.
Oh, okay.
But after the breakup, she got meningitis.
And the indie's about the meningitis?
No, after the meningitis, she ran a marathon.
Oh.
And the movie's about that.
Okay, I was going to say, breakup, that's a good movie. You know, that's a good angle on a movie. Oh, it's about a breakup. Meningitis, valley, big dip in in terms of interest. Marathon's interesting.
Marathon's good, and she, you know, it's just kind of all about her, like, she went through a dark night of the soul.
Oh, wow. That's so poetic of you to say.
Well, she put it that way to me. I'm no artist.
And so the dark night of the soul was through the marathon process, or before?
Well, it was the breakup, it was the meningitis, and the way she kind of made a new dawn was deciding to run the marathon.
Right. Do you know that the first guy to run a marathon was one of the Greeks? Mm-hmm. No, one of the Romans. Greeks.
One of the Greeks.
And he ran from the Battle of Marathon. Do you know this? Stop me if I'm telling you.
Yeah, and then he died.
And he died.
Yeah. That's part of it. That's in the script.
That's in the script. That they cut back to that at some point?
Wait. Okay.
Go ahead.
I want to hang out. I don't want to be just like mutual friends. Like, let's hang out.
No, yeah.
Let's hang out.
Yeah.
And what I would love.
Yeah.
Especially if I want to put you in this movie.
Okay.
Is I would love if next year you watch the marathon with me.
Watch the New York City Marathon with you. That sounds fun.
I'd love to go. I'd love to cheer.
That sounds cool.
I think you could get a lot out of it, and it might.
Why do you? I feel like you feel you need to help me here today. I feel like you feel you need to get me out of some deep well of depression. I'm doing all right. I mean, I'm doing fine.
When I saw you walk through the door today, and I don't say this to be mean, I say this because I want to help you.
See, but I immediately feel like you're gonna be mean to me.
No, you don't know what I'm gonna say.
That's true too, I guess.
When I saw you, it was like I got punched in the stomach.
That's terrible. What a terrible thing to say to someone.
Well, because I felt whatever you're going through. And I almost keeled over, so I don't know how you stay standing.
Yeah, I don't know, my feet and my legs and my spine.
I don't know how you do it, but I want to help you.
Yeah, everything's fine.
I want to help you. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, let's figure this out now. Let's figure it out while I'm here. I hate when people say, we'll figure it out later. Let's figure it out now.
Let's do it. Let's get it on the books.
I'm just looking, because I am super busy.
Okay. Yeah. No, me too, a little bit.
What are you doing January 9th?
January 9th, I actually Tina and I have a Family Friends live show at QED Astoria.
Oh,
so
shoot.
That's at night. We're doing that. So,
okay.
I don't know.
All right. No problem.
Yeah.
January 15th?
January 15th, I have a show. It's called First Impressions. It's at Bushwick Comedy Club.
Okay.
Probably just that whole day is out for me.
No problem. No problem. The 23rd, January 23rd?
January 23rd, I'm going to be in New Jersey. I'm headlining the Proving Ground, which is a brewery out there. It's a comedy show at the Proving Ground in Atlantic Highlands.
Sounds great.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time.
You know what?
Yeah.
What if I'm just gonna come on the 9th. I'm just gonna come to Family Friends.
Oh, would you? Oh my God.
And but you have to freaking hang.
No, I'll hang. I'll hang after the show.
Before and after.
Before and after? Okay.
I'll settle for either. You know what?
Cool.
It'll be fine.
Great. Let's just do that.
We'll figure it out.
Easy. Tonya, I appreciate. I know Tina could make it. It's a whole thing. Next time, promise. If you're watching, listening to this, you probably know us. Next time's gonna be me and Tina. No doubt. And Tina, if you're watching this, you're a freaking flake, girl. Yeah. But we love you, and thanks for watching, listening. Tanya, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, truly. Okay. Cool. Bye. Yeah. Bye. Family Friends is a podcast created by Rooster Monahan and Tina Valamis. Produced by Rooster Monahan, Tina Valamis, and Lexi Leach. Edited by Rooster Monahan. Thanks for listening. See you at the next one.